Hey, welcome back everyone. Ever since the release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that they are now in a phase of damage control and desperation in order to really bring back many of the authentic Star Wars stories that they have been wanting to tell. Now, thankfully, Bob Chapek and Bob Iger are working together as a team and very hard on over 10 years worth of Star Wars projects coming to Disney Plus alone, as well as the Star Wars movies on the side. And this honestly sounds like that, things really are starting to go in the right direction, given that, number one, Kathleen Kennedy's creative control has been stripped away. All but, of course, just one Star Wars TV show that she's allowed to work on a creative scale. And number two is the fact that Chapek actually wants to initiate all these projects to actually stay very true to the vision of George Lucas. So a lot of these new Star Wars stories coming to Disney Plus, including, all the TV shows and the movies and the comics, the books, the novels, it's going to be more true to George's vision and his philosophy of Star Wars as a whole. And that, to me, I think is the best sign possible that Disney is essentially trying to really kind of save their brand and to really kind of make it rise up, right? So with that being said, what's really intriguing about all of this major phase that Disney is in, of course, is that now that, of course, both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as their new Star Wars universe that will introduce brand new mythologies to the Star Wars fans around the world. Now, it's explained that both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are developing a brighter and better future for the Star Wars brand moving forward, where both on Disney Plus and for the future films in theaters. Now, this plan by Disney is to essentially rebuild the brand. However, behind the scenes, it's known that Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy is very angry with Star Wars fans after a major change is coming to the High Republic era of Star Wars. Not only that, but of course, this is also going to introduce a new timeline that was actually delayed called the High Republic, and many changes are being made, but that many of these changes were in fact initiated by Bob Chapek and Iger in order to create more authentic stories for the Star Wars universe. Now, Kennedy is described to be furious with the Star Wars fans, since Chapek is doing this as a reaction to how many fans looked at the High Republic era of the Star Wars universe, where the plan by Disney is to erase most of Kathleen Kennedy's work from Star Wars in general after the sequel trilogy. Now, though by contract, Kennedy was able to have creative control over one project, which is, of course, the Leslie Headland Star Wars TV series for Disney Plus. Now, the High Republic era is going under significant changes, ranging from changes to environments, to even some of the character names and designs, that will be altered by many of the creatives over at Lucasfilm. Now, Kennedy is said to have had a heated conversation with Chapek to halt these changes. However, Chapek knows that changes needed to be made to the High Republic timeline that, of course, will be set 200 years before The Phantom Menace. Now, though the High Republic era will remain, a very good sign for the Star Wars community is that Chapek will be initiating the creation of the Old Republic era, as well, and even another brand new timeline that takes place before the prequel trilogy era. This plan by Disney is to also regain many of the lost fans from the sequel films, and of course that they actually had issues with it for the longest time. Now, Bob Iger is said to be helping Chapek and Disney in general until some time to get the company throughout this crisis around the globe. Disney is now in a phase of damage control to save the franchise, where they are essentially trying to rebuild it to become as big, if not bigger, than the MCU, which is a major goal by Chapek that is going to be difficult to complete without a doubt. Now, Chapek also has a goal in place to create more films that will be more true to the vision of George Lucas. This all starts with the new Star Wars trilogy of films that are being developed now as we speak. So let me just say this about, Kathleen Kennedy's stance on these changes coming to the High Republic. Now, we could already see that Disney is really trying their absolute best to really rid of Kathleen Kennedy, to put her to the side and just say, your time's over. We can see that she has one project, and that one project is the Leslie Headland Star Wars TV series, something that a lot of fans out there really aren't looking forward to all that much. But the fact that they are actually delaying the High Republic era by, of course, making a lot of changes and doing all these, redesigns to the characters and the environments. We're talking about the worlds and stuff around those lines. That, to me, I think, does speak volumes. It tells us that they want to make this new era as attractive as possible. That's really going to, create an effect where a lot of fans are going to be quite attracted to this new EU, especially to this new timeline that takes place roughly 200 years before the Phantom Menace era. So, with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.